Good morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. Welcome to another brand new week, another 7 days of opportunities to live the life of our dreams, to step into our word of the year. And the reason we're here today is to activate the wealthy you for this year. So I'm going to jump over here, look at the comments, see when you guys are all on and joining and giving your love and saying good morning. As you know, this is our spiritual coffee time. It's the way we kickstart the week. We have everyone coming in. I'm looking for the comments. So ensure that when you're here, you say hi so I can see you all. All right, there you are. You're all coming in. Yay! All right, happy Monday. It is the start of a brand new week. And today we're going to be talking about activating the wealthy you. Now, before we get started, and as you guys are all coming in, we had our money manifesting party this weekend, and I would love to hear in the comments, how was it for you? I know a lot of you that are going to be watching this morning or watching the replay, you joined me this past weekend, you made your money board, you filled it out, you were a part of the party. We had a lot of fun, a lot of expansiveness, a lot of downloads, a lot of really leaping into that next level of infinite financial possibilities for all of us. And I want to hear how it was for you. So go ahead and type in the comments. And have you finished your board? Did you, get it all done looking? Hang on, I'm going to show you mine. This, to be fair, this is mine from last year, right? I am still working on mine. There's a particular picture I'm still looking for. That I want to get from my board. But, ultimately when you're done, it's going to look big and beautiful and bold and have all of your financial dreams on. So I want to see, yes, anyone asking for a replay, we emailed the replay to everyone. So an email went out yesterday morning, I think about 8 a.m. Eastern. Everyone that was registered got the replay. It's also posted in our Money Attraction Community Facebook page. So if you're not a part of that, you want to go to Facebook and type Money Attraction Community. And the replay is there for everyone to enjoy, to make your board. We actually have it on the same page with all the downloads that you need. So it's all in one place. Just look for that on the Money Attraction Community Facebook page. The replay is there, and we've also emailed it to you. So did you all do your boards? How is it? What's it looking like? I'm going to ask you to jump into our Facebook group and share your boards. One of the things that's really beautiful is when the entire community get to stand behind each other with what it is that you're creating, and we just get to be inspired. Like, some of you do such beautiful boards. I feel like, wow. I mean, you've really challenged me over the years to up my creativity game, because you all are some of you just make beautiful boards. I'm like, this is a work of art, right? So I want to see. And also, one of the things that I think I forgot to mention on Saturday, one of the big questions is, so where do you have your board? So obviously in our community, we do 3 different boards every year. We do one for our life, one for our business, and one for money. On Saturday, the event that we did was to help you create your money manifested board. And to me, that is like the one that I want to give all my love and attention every single day. So I keep it in my bathroom. It's actually right next to my sink. And when I'm in the shower, I can look over at it. When I'm putting on my makeup, it's right there. I literally just think of it as like osmosis. It's just like oozing into my subconscious mind, because it's always right next to me. So at least twice a day, I get to see that board. That's where I place mine. Some people put them in their office, on the refrigerator, wherever works for you. Some people do them digitally and have it on their phone. Whatever works for you. I just know, for me personally, I want to see it every single day. So that's mine. But I would love for you all to, I would love for you. Oh, Jennifer says she'll watch it. Still working on it. Someone saying they can't hear. It might just be you, because I see everyone else commenting. And so I think that just might be you. Might want to sign off and come back in. Okay, so what we're doing today is, having spent that time coming to the money manifesting party or committing to watching the replay, whatever you did or you're about to do, I have an important question for you about your finances. I want you to think about, when you set out your intentions for this year. Obviously, we do them for health, relationships, spirituality, and finances. when you wrote down, when you declared, this is what I want to experience this year in my finances, the desire that you have for this year financially, I want you to answer A or B. So multiple choice, A or B. Those are the only two choices. When you wrote it down, was it like a wish? Like, this would be so amazing if this manifested for me. Or were you all in? B is I'm all in, I'm totally committed. So A is it's a wish, it would be nice to have. I have no attachments, totally cool if it happens, totally cool if it doesn't. B is when I wrote that, Tasha, when I declared that, I am all in for that experience for myself. So A or B, I want to hear where do you guys all land? I'm seeing a lot of B's. You're my people. Yes, yes, yes. B, all in. I am all, you're my people. I'm all in. When I declared my number, and like I declared my number probably in October of last year, when I said this is the number it's been go. It's been a go since then. I am all in, totally committed to everything that I need to do and everything that I need to support me in achieving and manifesting that number. I'm totally committed. And I want to hear from you if you are too. Now, for those of you that typed a B, the rest of this live is going to be for you. For those of you that typed A, like it's just a wish, this, may be an interesting conversation for you. You can stick around surely, but I just want to make it clear because time is precious. This is for people who are totally committed to their number. If you have that all-in level of commitment, then here is what you must do. And that's why we're having this conversation this morning. You must activate the version of you that is fully aligned and identified to that desire. Now, hang tight because I've been thinking about this so much since Saturday. I have lots of examples for you because I want you to get this at a very deep level. So on Saturday during the party, we had, two women that came on and shared who manifested incredible things. Barbara, who manifested pretty much everything on her money board, 7 figures, highest sales year in her career, lots of commissions, paid for a lot of things in full, went to Abu Dhabi for $20,000, all, business class, luxury, like a lot of things manifested for her financially. And the one thing that she said was the biggest awareness for her that had been missing was deservingness. Right? And that is an example of where I want you to start to think about, okay, I am totally committed to this number financially, but have I really activated the version of me that is in full alignment with that desire? Okay. And so Barbara identified, wow, I've been wanting all these things, but the deservingness piece was not fully aligned for me. I didn't see myself really deserving luxury and being and spending $400 a night on a hotel or flying business class. Like, Coach is good enough, right? And all of the pieces of deservingness that were out of alignment with what she was saying she wants. You can't want something and then don't believe you deserve it. You can't desire something and don't believe you deserve it. Then you won't be in alignment with it. You will be saying, I desire this, but I don't really think I should have it, or I don't really think I should enjoy it. And now you're misaligned. And that is why a lot of people create vision boards, and they are beautiful. They're masterpieces, work of art, and they're not manifesting because what's on your board, you don't personally identify as the person who lives that life or has those things. Is this making sense to you all? Can you type in the chat and let me know? And then there was Teresa who said her biggest leap in switching and transforming into identifying as someone who was wealthy is that she had to become comfortable with a lot of money. She always identified as someone who was not comfortable with a lot of money. And maybe you can resonate with that. Maybe you're like, Tasha, when I really am honest with myself, that's really me. I'm always saying I want a lot of money, but the truth is I have felt like I'm not good at managing it. I'm not really comfortable being responsible for that much money. I wonder if I can really grow it or keep it or not spend it all. And so or just like I don't feel smart enough to be in charge of that, whatever it is. Can you relate with, I'm not comfortable. The truth is I'm not really comfortable with the idea of me with a lot of money. I don't really feel like I would know what to do with it. And that's just truth. It's okay. But the bigger part is you have this desire and there's no reason why you can't have it. We just have to work on the pieces that are in your identity that's misaligned. And then there was beautiful Jane who in the comments registered for our Wealthy You Masterclass, where I'm going to teach you how to create this identity, this new version of you that is fully aligned with wealth. And so in the comments, Jane said, I'm registered. I'm there because for me, this is the missing piece. This is the part where I'm always declaring big intentions, but I'm not identifying as the woman who has those things. This is the piece that's missing for me. And so I want to share those examples with you. And now I want to share my own personal example. Two of them. I realized one of the reasons why my board started manifesting so much more fully. Like, yeah, I would always get a thing here, a thing there. You know, we always get stuff. We always manifest things. But then I started to realize that things were switching up and I was actually manifesting fully, more fully, like 80 to 90% of my board every year, which is huge because I dream big. I don't play with dreaming. I dream really big. And so I started to think about like what was changing, what was different. And I realized when I first started doing my boards, it was like my board represented, like when I put a picture of myself in the middle of my board, it was like, that's another Tasha. You know, that's Tasha. That's another Tasha over there on that board. She has the dream house. She has her mortgage paid in full. She has this much money in the bank. She has that investment. She has a lot of cash to have fun and do things that are just like probably seem irresponsible to a lot of people, but would fill her heart with joy. That's another Tasha. And then over here in my day-to-day, I was the Tasha who identified with lack, with limiting beliefs, with fears around money, feeling like I really wasn't good at managing money because I had filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy in my past. I had a lot of money traumas that I was still dealing with. And so what was happening, it was like, there's this Tasha that's on the board, on my vision board. She's beautiful and wealthy. And then there's this Tasha over here every single day that is not. And what was happening was there was such a misalignment that it was my boards were not manifesting, my intentions were not manifesting fully. And I realized I had to become totally aligned to this Tasha in the now. I had to be her. So I'm going to look over and I want to see, I just want to see, are you like, is everyone here resonating with what I'm sharing? Is this making sense for you? Are you starting to see in your own beingness where you might have wanted and desired things, but you've been misaligned in your identity and your beingness? I want to hear from you all. I had to transform Tasha. I had to really work on identifying as the woman that was in that picture, that was in that board, that had that life. She couldn't be, oh, that's Tasha over there and she's separate from me. I had to be her in my everyday life. And I'm going to give you a totally different, like non-financial example. I thought about this morning when I woke up, because I've experienced this so many times in my life that I finally figured it out, which is why I want to teach you how to do this. I realized, you all know, as so many of you have been with me on this journey for a long time, that for many years, my greatest desire was love and to find my husband and to get married. And so when I finally attracted my husband, Tony, I remember him saying to me one day, and I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, I have it. And, and we had our conversations, we were engaged and we were committed to getting married. And I remember him saying to me one day, Tasha, you're still acting as if you're single. You're still being in this identity of a single woman. And I was like, no. I want to get married. Are you kidding me? This is what I've wanted my whole life, is to find this man like you and to be happy and to be married and to be in love. This is my greatest desire. And he just like sparked this magical awareness inside of me when he said those words. You are still operating and identifying and being a single woman. And what I realized was that same thing that was happening with me with money and wealth was happening to me in my relationship. I wanted to be married, but I was still identifying as single and independent. and all of these things that were not aligned to a married woman. And thank God for him being outside of me to point that out to me. So I had to really work on becoming a Tasha that was a married woman, even before I got married. That's the part I want you to hear. I had to be her before I got married. And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you a statement for you to recognize. Another totally, like, the universe has just been giving me these examples nonstop all weekend. So I'm in this, wonderful moment with my daughter. She is amazing. She's so incredibly smart. You've probably seen my post where she's 22 years old and graduating law school, like unheard of, top of her class. She already has an amazing job with a top 10, top 15 law firm in the world, like crushing it as a student. But she's about to finish law school. And one of the things that I realized, and we had a conversation this weekend, is you have to step out of the identity of student and mommy's little girl, and you have to step into the identity of I'm an adult woman, right? And so what's happening is she's in that, like, in between. She so thinks and wants to be an independent woman, but she's still identifying as a student, as mommy's little girl. And what that means is no matter how much she desires this, I'm this woman who's like, I'm a boss babe, I'm making all this money, I crushed it in school, I got a great job. She isn't identifying as that in the day-to-day decisions that she's making. She's still identifying as mommy's little girl and a student. And it's a totally different way of being. And so with her, as I'm going to show you, I am teaching her, you have to switch your identity. You literally have to leave behind Natasha, that is a student, and mommy's little girl, and you have to create this whole new identity for yourself as Natasha, an adult. And that's the same thing with you. When we are here and we're committed to our financial desires, we have to also commit to activating the version of ourselves, because she's in you, she's with you, right? There's some men here too. He is inside of you. The reason you have the desire is that you have the ability to be that version of yourself, but you have to transform into that version. You have to activate, turn on the light switches and turn off some other light switches, right? Inside of you. And no one's talking about that. No one's teaching you how to do it, but I'm going to do it. And we're going to start this morning with the 3 steps that you need to do. Before we do that, I want every single one watching live and watching the replay to type this. I must be. Everyone typing, I want to look over here. I must be what I want to become. I must first be what I want to become. Notice that word become, like everyone says you have to become her, you have to become it first. Well, you have to be it to become it. And it's such a simple statement, right? It's so simple. I have to be it to become it. I have to be wealthy now to become wealthy. I have to activate. I have to identify as. Being something means I identify as that thing in this moment. I operate as the wealthy version of me right now. I have to be it in order to become it. Every one of you, please type that. I want you to type it here. I want you to write it in your journal today. I want you to think about this all week long, because for many of you, this is that little switch. You're not being it. You haven't activated. You're not identifying as the woman or the man who has the level of financial abundance, of wealth, of being in a great place financially, of doing really well and being successful in your lives and in your businesses. You're not identifying as her or him. You're not being it. And no matter how much you want to become it, you have to be it first. You have to identify as it. You can't be identifying like me as single and independent when you want to be married. It's misaligned. A single and an independent woman is totally different than a married woman. Totally different. Total different identity. This worked when I was single and independent. Not going to work when I want to have a happy, successful marriage. And I'm using that analogy because I think it takes it out of money and everyone can relate to that. And it can make sense to you in multiple layers, right? So what are the 3 steps? Number 1, the number one thing we have to do as we start to become it, you have to really look at, I want to activate my desire for wealth. Am I a yes or a no? Is this my time? Yes or no? It's only 2 answers. Am I yes or a no? This desire that is within me, I'm not playing around with it anymore. I'm not half-assing it. I'm not, a little bit in, little bit out. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit here, but not a little bit there. Like, it's a yes or a no. It's just a yes or a no. Are you fully committed to activating this desire that you have for wealth? Period. End of story. Like, I don't mean to be that hard about it if it sounds like that, but I want to lovingly tell you that is what's required. We can't look at other people who have the things we want, but not be willing to do what they've done, right? And I'm telling you, if I inspire you, I am 1,000% committed to my desires and my intentions. It's how I manifest. I'm all in. I'm a yes. I activate the heck out of that desire. And then I go get every single thing that exists on planet Earth to support me in having it. That's how I commit. Like, I'm all in. Or is that you? And if you're a no in this moment, there's nothing bad or there's nothing wrong. Wait till you're 100% yes. People are like, I make investments when I'm a hell yes, when I'm 100% yes. And if you're not, that is okay. There's nothing bad or wrong about it. You're just not there yet. And my intention is that if you truly, really, really, really want the things that have been placed on your heart financially, that there will come a day when you are a yes. And if it's not today, that's okay. And now for those of you that are a yes, you're like, Tasha, I'm all in. Here is step number 2 for activating the wealthy you. Here's the next piece that you need to understand in order to activate the wealthy version of you, to be the wealthy version of you. You need to identify, where am I right now? And where is the gap? Where am I not fully being that wealthy version of me? And I can't answer that question for you. I had to sit and hold that mirror up to my face, and I had to be honest, like so honest, right? That honesty that it's like, all right, well, let's have a come to Tasha moment. We got to keep this real right now because we want this so much that we're willing to be brutally honest with ourselves. And this is where you get to say, is it my thinking? Is my thinking out of alignment with what that wealthy version of me? Do I not think wealthy thoughts? Am I acting or not acting? Like, I say I want to be wealthy, but in my beingness, I don't take wealthy actions. I'm not sitting in on the conversations that involve wealth. I'm saying I don't have the money yet, so I'm not going to sit at that table. I can tell you, I was listening to every conversation about money when I had $50 to my name. I was in it. I was in Jamaica, we'd say you're in the gungo. I was in it. I was at the table because I had to be the Tasha that understood those conversations and put myself in those situations well before I actually had the physical money to say, yes, I should be here, right? We can be it right now. So is it your thinking? Is it your action? Is it your beingness? Are you not feeling like you deserve wealth? What is the thing that's in the gap that's missing for you? This is the second part of activating the wealthy you. You have to become crystal clear about that. Is it your thinking? Is it your actions or your lack of your actions? Is it your beingness? And the biggest part about beingness is deservingness, right? So that's number 2. Number 1, activate the desire. Am I a full yes right now or not? Am I just a no? And that's okay. If you are a full yes, you go on to step number 2. Where am I like not being her? You know what? One of the things, this is so subtle. One of the things, and my husband is amazing. He has just come into my life and he sees me as that Tasha. Those of you that have husbands and men like that, cherish them. And so my husband came in and he bought me like an entire new wardrobe. He's like, I said, I work from home. Where am I going to wear all these clothes, Tony? Where am I going to wear all these dresses? And he said, when you go to the grocery store, when you go to the dry cleaners, right? When you're just shopping around about town, this is how you dress. This is wealth. This is what wealth looks like on you. It's so subtle. It's so subtle. But that's what I mean. I realized, wow, in the way that I dress when I leave my house, I was totally like just a bum. Absolutely just a bum. And proud of it. I would proudly declare, I'm just like an island girl. This is how I dress. No, I had to be the wealthy woman that was in that picture. And she don't dress like that, right? So I want you to become aware. And this is where I'm not proud to tell you this in this moment, but it's just the truth. And you're going to have to be that level of honest with yourselves, right? Okay. The other part, number 3, is this is where you get to create her. You literally, in the Bible, it says you can be born again. And as I was being raised in the church and just understanding in the religious context what it means to be born again, but the message and the principle of being born again transfers way outside of that context. It's the idea that we have been given the right and the privilege and the opportunity at any given moment to say, I no longer want to identify as that past version of myself. I am choosing in this moment to be a different me. And we have the ability to do that right in this moment. And then in the next 5 minutes from now, you find something else you want to be different with. You have the opportunity 5 minutes from now to be born again. Multiple dimensions, multiple versions of you. Anytime you want, you can be born again. That is the gift that you have been given in free will. And so part 3 is you have to be born again. You have to create this new version of yourself. It is like literally you have to write her out. Bring her to life. Grab your journal and say, I'm going to describe myself as the wealthy version of me. And it seems probably like this is what I'm going to be doing with my daughter over the next couple of days, right? We're going to sit down and I'm going to say, I want you to write out Natasha as an independent adult woman who is like just masterfully managing her life. What does that Natasha look like? That's what I'm going to do with my daughter. I'm going to teach her how to create this new identity of herself. And that's what you have to do. Now, in this moment, if you're like, Tasha, that sounds amazing, and I don't know where to start. I want some support. Can you help me with the steps involved in creating that wealthy version of me? Because when I said yes at the start of this, that I'm committed to my financial desires, I'm committed to that version, that wealthy version of myself, I'm a yes, and I want every ounce of support that I can possibly get. If that is you, hang on a second. You know what? I don't even know if I type this. Hang on. I want you to, right. So if that's you and you have not yet registered for the Create the Wealthy You Masterclass, I want you to type the word 2023 right now. And in Facebook Messenger, you'll get a link to register for the masterclass. I'm going to show you how to release. That's the first part of this. You need to release the commitments, the pattern behaviors, the beliefs that you currently identify with. You cannot create that wealthy you like. I had to let go of single Tasha. I had to release her and all of her need for independence and separatedness. And I got this. I had to let her go. Same thing. You're going to have to let go and release the parts of you that you identify as blocking you from wealth, right? We have to release the need to figure out how. So many of you are stuck in how. You're worried and constantly blocking your wealth because you're worrying about how. I want to show you that this old identity that you have that's wishing for the things on your board, we have to let her or him go. We have to release. I'm going to show you how to do the release part. Then we're going to step into creating a new wealthy story. I actually have a template for you. So you don't have to, like I told you, go journal about her. I'm going to show you, give you a template for what that journal entry looks like. Creating the wealthy you and writing and scripting it out. And then we're going to tap into your deep and powerful why. Why do you want to become her? That's so much more than the money. Yeah, I want to be wealthy. Yes, I want a lot of money in the bank. Yes, I want to be able to have all my outstanding balances be zero. I love money, but a deeper why. There's a reason your soul wants wealth. And when you can identify that soul level purpose for wealth, you have tapped into the new identity that I'm talking about. It's like next level connection. And then the last part is we're going to activate that wealthy you. We're going to turn on the switches, turn on all the parts of you inside of you that's in full alignment with her. If you know that this support, like I've given you the 3 steps, I've told you exactly what to do. But if you want me to hold your hands and show you step by step how to release, how to create, and how to activate this wealthy you for this year, then go ahead and type 2023 and make sure you're registered for the masterclass. I have something else to say. I paid close to $15,000. I actually paid it in pounds. So it's close to $15,000 I paid to have someone do this for me. That's how committed I am. This is above and beyond the 6-figure mentorship that we enrolled in, above and beyond that. I took my own money outside of the business and I was like, this is how committed I am to this desire. And I spent 12 or 13,000 pounds, which is like $15,000 more to have that, to have this, what I'm offering you, because I practice what I preach. I'm not going to tell you you need to do it if I don't believe I have to do it for myself. So I paid $15,000. I'm offering the same process to you for $88. Like I am taking away any reason why you would say you can't do this. $88 for the next few hours. I think at some point today, later on this afternoon, the price automatically switches. So please don't email me and ask or text me and ask for the $88 price. You have the next couple of hours and then it goes to $333. This is like my gift to you for the year. Here you go. $88 to do this super powerful activity. So if you know that's you, go ahead and type that in the comments. One other thing, some of you might be watching on YouTube and you can't type and get it in Facebook Messenger. So the link should be in the chat, as well as you can go to my website, tashachen.com/wealthy you masterclass. It's on the screen. You can go ahead and just type that in and you can go there directly and get registered. Just remember, and I'm saying it again, we only have a couple more hours of this price, and then it's going to increase to $333, which is still a deal because like I told you, I'm paying $15,000 for this for myself. All right. So some of you are saying, Tasha, I work at that time. It's February 8th at 12 p.m. I'm working. I paid $15,000 for this activation that I'm in. There were 3 calls. I couldn't make the first one. Like I had to miss an entire 1 out of 3 calls. That's a huge deal. Did I still do it? Yes. That's how committed I am because I know I could watch the replay. So I've watched the replay for the first call. I've done the assignment that I need to do. I'm fully activated and engaged. Please don't make it an excuse that you can't be there, because we are going to give you the replay. We're going to give you the workbook, everything for you to do all on your own if you're not able to be there live. And if you know me, I bring the energy. So whether you're watching live or the replay, you're going to get all my love, all the energy, all the things. I'm totally committed to you creating this new identity. You deserve the wealth that you desire. But first, you have to be the person who deserves the wealth that you desire. It's just that simple. All right. So with that, I am going to send you off for a wonderful Monday. I am so proud of every single one of you that, you're a yes to your word. You're a yes to your desires. You do everything that it takes to have what you're asking for. And then the universe rewards you. I'm incredibly proud to be in your company. I love people who have that level of commitment. I'm here to serve you. All right. Mwah. Have a great Monday. Bye, everyone.